Well, YouTube, on this next video, I took a shot at grilling on some wild pork. First time I'd ever grilled some wild pork. It's a little tougher than what I was used to. I was used to cooking a ham on there with off of grocery bought ham out the grocery store. That was the first time with wild pork I'd had a chance to mess with. I didn't have no sauce made up, so I just put some seasoning on it. And it may look a little dark, but it wouldn't burn up, I promise you that. It was kind of on the very ends was a little bit burnt, but none of the rest of it, just the skin dark. And if it looks a little rough at the end, it's because I had some visitors that come over and they started picking on it and cutting on it before I got to get a picture of the whole ham done in one piece. But anyhow, I just thought I started to take the video off and delete it, but I figured I'd go ahead and share it with you since I got out and cooked it, and it was a nice day Saturday. So anyhow, hope you enjoy. All right, YouTube. Pretty day out here today.
Saturday.
It's Saturday. What's the day? The 3rd?
The 3rd of October.
I went and set a little while this morning. Seen a right nice buck, probably a 6-point or so. I wish he'd have been an old big monster buck, but he wasn't. But getting a little bit cloudy here, but it's nice and cool, not hot and muggy and all that. I'm gonna get out here and get cook some of this wild pig here, a wild hog. So we got a ham here off of it. Get out here and grill it today, see how it'll turn out. I wanted to get video the other week of Mama's birthday, but there was so many people there and I was so busy frying fish, and my buddy Shelton, he was cooking so much on the grill, but we still got a piece of the ham here, and I'm gonna sit out here today, and the wifey's over there kicked back, and the little one is giving us a fit. She is into everything out here, but we could get out here under the old white oak here. It just started dropping a few of the old big acorns, but we could sit out here and cook up this hog and enjoy the evening. Well, I got the old grill up to about 300. I'm gonna cook it slow. I'm gonna let it sit there 3 or 4 hours, keep checking it and seeing how it's doing. Got to get me some new fire covers in there. But while I was cooking this pig, this shoulder or this ham here, I was thinking about my Uncle Jesse. My Uncle Jesse, he was something now. He had tell me once or twice that if you started talking about how poor you growed up, Uncle Jesse, he could tell you some stuff. He tell me one time that he didn't want to hear about our hard times, that back when he came up, he growed up so poor that if somebody throwed a pair of shoes away, they would take the laces out of the shoes or the boots, tie them around their toes, wrap them around their feet, and then lace them up and make like they had a pair of shoes on. Said he used to get up at daylight to walk 10 miles to school, uphill, there and back, in the snow, barefooted. But that was just Uncle Jesse. But while I was cooking this pig, I hadn't seen him in a while back when he was living, and so I decided one day I'd stop by there and see him and Aunt Martha, and got there, and Uncle Jesse was at the hog pen down there, so I walked on down there to where he was, and he was leaning over the pen there, and he had the hogs separated. He had the hogs on one side, and he had one pig over there separated by himself. And that pig, I mean, the trough and stuff he fed that one out of was just as clean. The water was clean, everything was clean in there.
But the pig only had 3 legs. And I asked him, I said, well, Uncle Jesse, I said, you got that one over there separated because you got something wrong with him and stuff? He said, well, he said the stereo on that pig there with the 3 legs, he said about a month ago, he said the house had caught on fire and me and Aunt Martha were sleeping. And he said that little pig busted out of the pen, come up to the house and busted through the front door and woke us up out of our sleep. And he said I got up and got the water hose and got the fire out and everything. And I said, well, I said, that's why he only has 3 legs then. I said he got burnt in the fire. He said, well, not exactly. He said, I said, well, why does he only have 3 legs? He said, well, he says he's been such a brave and loyal pig that me and Aunt Martha kind of hated to eat him all at one time. But anyhow, we can keep cooking here and keep an eye on it and keep you up to date. All right, let's see what we got here. I jacked it up to 350, covered it with a lid there, and put some water in the pan, and a little bit of barbecue Cajun spice over it. Instead of using a sauce, I just been putting some spice on there and got the water in there, letting it simmer in, make its own juices. Oh yeah, she's tendering up there now. Smells good, I know that. See the juice running out of it. Probably another hour or 2. Anyhow, I ain't no hurry. Taking my time with it, just letting it cook as it wants to cook. We'll keep an eye on it, YouTube. Well, YouTube, I flipped this little piglet over, and he's still tough in the middle. But that's okay. He's getting tender on each end right. Whoa, watch that. But, man, that's falling off the bone right there. But I keep dipping the sauce up on it and pouring the sauce back through it. Let it cook a little while longer here. But up on these end pieces here, it's getting good and tender and coming off the bone and everything. I don't know why my wifey sent me out here with a little small dipping spoon to keep dipping with. Anyhow, I'll cover it back up with this pan. I'll let it sit here and cook some more and base some more in its own juices. And then we'll see what we got. Well, YouTube, sun's going down. I'm gonna try to wrap this one up. See what we got here. There's some people done already stopped by. They've been tearing off the little piggy. And let's see what we got here. If I can get this mitten to work. Oh yeah, it's tearing right off the bone. Got the flavor in there. Got some good brown juice. The wife done took my mom some up there. Anyhow, that's some of the wild hog cooking there that we did for the D. And I don't know what she did with my other fork, but you can see that good white meat on the inside there, and it's done all the way through. But hope you enjoyed. Well, that's our cooking of the wild hog there, wild pig. did a few jokes, told a few stories. I hope y'all enjoyed. But yeah, you can see we had it set up here today. The wife come out there and she started cooking other stuff. When she figured out I was putting that wild pig on, she got rice in there, and I'm not sure what you call that, but it looked like some type of pork in there with vegetables and probably some kind of Filipino cooking, Asian cooking, something. The little girl, she's been out here with her cheese doodles. Got her stuff set up over there. Anyhow, that's our video for today. Hope you enjoyed. I appreciate the ones of y'all that watch and everything, even though this is just a simple channel. I just try to bring y'all little parts and pieces about things I do here and stuff here in low country of South Carolina. And I got to tell you, Mr. Bill Royals, I tell you, man, I'm still appreciative of the stuff you sent. And the river's flooded over right now real bad here, and the woods are wet out at the hunting club. I get my feet and all that wet every time I go, but right now that's about the only thing you can do is do some hunting. But as soon as that river starts to get down, the water starts to get right, I want to get down there and do some fishing and stuff with the stuff you sent. And you just don't know how much it means and how much I appreciate it. Anyhow, thank you, and thanks for the ones of y'all that watch and subscribe to the channel. And until then, we'll see you the next time, YouTube.